Alright, we're right back with part 2. I just got done with Sun Titan. We're talking about Voja, Jaws of the Conclave. As I said, yes, I recognize he is pushed. I recognize he is kind of mindless to build. It's just easy. Get a bunch of elves. Get a bunch of wolves. Sleeve them up and add land, call it a deck. Smash the Voja. Yeah, but I wanted, after going through so much thinking with Karrthus, who was supposed to be the decoy commander for an elf deck, and going through all the thinking involved in my abortive attempt to build Chulane, I just wanted something easy. I just wanted to stack up a bunch of cards. In fact, that's what I did. I stacked up 99 cards. I ordered Voja from my LGS, and that was the only card I intended to buy. Everything else was cards that I already had, and also cards that were not in an active deck already. So I didn't raid any of my other active decks to even borrow cards from them for Voja. The intent being, I get the 99, kind of finalize it, and then I just go to the LGS, go to Chernutiesha, pick up Voja, slap them on top, and I've got my deck ready. That was the intent. There we go. So let's keep going. A couple of Planeswalkers. 5 for a 3/3, Freyalise Llanowar's Fury. +2, create a Llanowar Elf. -2, Naturalize. -6, draw a card for each green creature you control. Groovy. And she can be my commander, but she's not. Vivian Reed. 5 for a 5/5. 5 loyalty Planeswalker. So look at the top 4 cards of your library. I can show off a land or creature from among them, put in my hand, put the rest on the bottom in a random order. -3. It's not Plummet. What is the card that destroys artifact, enchantment, or creatures flying? There's a card that does that. I know. I just can't think of it offhand because I don't play it. Or negate. Creatures you control get vigilance, trample, and indestructible. I would like it if they gained haste, but it's green. She just doesn't do that. She says, I'll make them stronger and more durable, but I'm not going to make them any faster. I just don't feel like that. Okay, Vivian. Thank you for your service. Alurin. I probably should have put... Did I put one in here? No. I probably should put an idyllic tutor to find Alurin because I keep talking about it. I do have an idyllic tutor. Thinking about it now, I'm probably going to work one into the deck somehow. Because Alurin is... It's not really key to the strategy, but it helps it. So maybe I don't know, maybe I won't put in a tutor for it. Maybe I'll just, if I get it, I get it. Great. If I don't, I don't. I'll see what happens. Anyway, let me read it. So 4 mana enchantment. Anybody may play a creature with CMC 3 or less as an instant for free. So I have to be careful about this. If Cube is playing his Pinger deck, yeah, he's going to start dropping Particle Sorcerer, Particle Pyromancer. He's going to start dropping crap like that for free, and I don't want him to do that. Concordant Crossroads. All creatures have haste. The idea behind this is if I get Alurin going, and I'm drawing cards because of Alurin, I'm going to want to have those creatures do something as quickly as possible because they'll be small creatures and I don't want them just to get wiped while they have Summoning Sickness. So I have Concordant Crossroads to help push that. Defense of the Heart. Alright, at the beginning of my upkeep, if any opponent controls 3 or more creatures, which by the time I have 4 mana, at least somebody is going to have 2 creatures, probably 3. So during my upkeep I sack this and I go get Elesh Norn and something else scary for free. Just find them, put them on the battlefield, and then shuffle. Groovy. Okay, Fires of Yavimaya, another way of giving haste. I can sacrifice it also, give a creature +2/+2 till end of turn if I no longer need the haste, or if somebody's going to destroy it and I want to get something out of it. I love playing cards in my decks that are old cards that people have forgotten about, that enhance the theme and strategy of my deck, but put a spanner in the works for my opponents. Titania Song definitely will put a spanner in the works for some of my opponents. Let me take another drink. Getting a bit dry by talking. So when Titania Song is in play, all non-creature artifacts lose their abilities and become artifact creatures with power and toughness equal to their CMC. So all equipment falls off and you can't equip it. All things like Door of Destinies, Mana Rocks, all those they don't work anymore. They just become creatures until Titania Song goes away. With me, it only affects the 3 artifacts I have. Scroll Rack, Chroma's Memorial, which would be a 7/7, that would be kind of respectable. And Sword of the Animist. So she's in the deck. Excuse me. Okay, Protection Suite. So somebody's going to board wipe at some time. Maybe it'll even be me. Who knows? So I need a way to protect my board. Decided on Ghostway and another card. So Ghostway. Exile each creature I control from the game, and they come back into play under my control, their owner's control. At the end because I can't really steal anybody's creatures, and nobody really plays decks that donate creatures with the lads I play, effectively just exiles my stuff and I get it back in response to some board wipe. Now, if this is one of those cards where you exile them and they come right back into play, somebody casts Wrath of God, Ghostway, and they would come back right away and still see the Wrath of God. So this helps them by keeping them out from the Wrath effect till the end of the turn. After it's passed and over and everything else has died, then they come back to an empty battlefield. So I have both of these. I've got Pyroblast and Red Elemental Blast. Both of them do the same thing. For 1 red, counter a blue spell or destroy a blue card in play. Sometimes there will be dead cards. Sometimes they will do absolutely nothing. Other times they will be incredibly key and nice to have. I'm not sure which will be more often the case or not. So I'm going to put them both in the deck now to try it out and see. Remember Ghostway? So also to protect my creatures, I have Semester's End. Exile any number of target. Okay, I should have read this. So if I have Aladdin out, I can't cast Semester's End because my elves will be shrouded. Because it says exile any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers I control. And at the beginning of the next end step they come back, and if they're a creature they have an additional +1/+1 encounter. If they are a planeswalker they come back with additional loyalty. I should have read that bit about target creatures. I just got all happy and was assuming incorrectly that it's like Ghostway where it doesn't target. God damn it. Sword Splash errors. Sometimes you just have to get rid of something, and this gets rid of it effectively. Yeah, they get life, but who cares? Exiles creature. Alright, so just complaining about Semester's End before somebody rang the doorbell. So let's keep going. Clan Defiance. Choose one or more. Does X damage target creature flying, creature without flying, or player? Or all 3. Never really played this. I keep putting it into my different gen decks. Hopefully someday it works. and really burn some things. Crippling Renaissance. I don't have an Elvish, an Eternal Witness in this deck. I should probably put one in. I have one. I just didn't do it. But I've got this Crippling Renaissance. So if somebody kills all my creatures, I can choose a permanent type creature and bring them all back. There's not too many other permanent types I would be worried about because we don't play mass land destruction in my group. Which is interesting. There's a discussion on one of my other videos where this lad is asking me, I believe it's Karrthus I, was asking me about land destruction, if my group uses it. And I said no, and it's not because of any discussion we had where we agreed we wouldn't use it. Just naturally, the way all of us play, none of us play mass land destruction. We all know about it, except for Ramon, the newest player. But I definitely know about it. I think the only copy of a mass land destruction spell I have is Fall of a Thran. I don't believe I even have an Armageddon. I have some for red. That's not true. I have mass land destruction for red because I still have the pieces as Jura, but I don't play them. And it's just some sort of unspoken gentleman's agreement we have. In fact, we don't even use pinpoint land destruction. I will have some in some of my decks, but I can't remember the last time I actually applied it, the last time I actually used my Ghost Quarter, the last time I actually activated Wasteland that Sigarda has. They're there in case I need them, but I don't want to use them, so often I just simply don't. What about your groups? If they're newer, not only do you probably not play mass land destruction, you probably really don't know about it or see it. As I said, Fall of the Thran, that was printed in 2018, I believe. So that's 6 years ago. So anybody that's been playing it the last 4 years probably wouldn't have seen it. Definitely wouldn't have seen Armageddon. Yeah, they reprinted, there's a Portal 3 Kingdoms Armageddon. I can't remember the name of it. And a lot of people got excited because it was the first time it was going to be reprinted ever. Or maybe since FTV, I can't remember. It might have been printed in FTV as well. So a lot of people are excited about that, but I just don't see it played. Unless you're going to win the game immediately, mass land destruction is just kind of a dick move because it just stalls the game. So, Crippling Renaissance. Typically, I would say creatures. Cultivate. Everybody knows Cultivate, I think. I don't know if they've stopped shoving it into every green precon or not, but for a while, every precon, if it had green, had a Cultivate. Just, there you go. First card, Cultivate, Soul Ring. Add 98 more. So go find 2 base land cards, show them off, put one in my hand, one play tapped. Glimpse of Nature. Since this isn't the Chulane idea, it's not the Karrthus idea, I don't think I really need this anymore. I think I can take this out. Green Sun Zenith. Go find a green creature card with CMC X or less, toss them in the battlefield, and then if it resolves, you shuffle this back in your library. So you can go find it and do it again. Hymn of Rebirth. I'm not sure if I need this either. So it's kind of a neat effect, old Ice Age sort of thinking for green-white, where you spend 5, 3 green-white, take any creature from any graveyard and put it directly in play under your control. So usually this is now a black ability. Now I think only black can do this, but 25 years ago green and white were able to take creatures from other people's graveyards and make them work for you. Nature's Lore, go find a forest, put it into play, doesn't have to come into play tapped. If it's a shock land, you can choose to put it in play tapped, but Nature's Lore is not making you do it. 3 visits, Nature's Lore with different art. Wrath of God! All creatures in play are buried. I like that. I like that elegant keyword, buried. They don't use it anymore. They just say cannot be regenerated because they don't use regeneration anymore, so they don't need the keyword. Now, with the bloody walls of text they're throwing on cards, if they did bring back regeneration as kind of a throwback idea, I bet they would want the keyword buried, because cards these days just have just a stack of text. I mean, Voja doesn't even have any room for any flavor text. And he's not one of the worst offenders. I mean, look at Questing Beast. I mean, hardly anybody can remember everything he does. So that's Voja. Except there's something missing, isn't there? Didn't see any wolves, right? So let me show you why that is. Let me show you why you didn't see any wolves. At the beginning, I said the intent of the deck was to build it as quickly as possible using cards I already own without raiding any other decks, any other active decks for cards. So the elves were easy. I already had them. I pulled them from the dismantled pieces of Karrthus. Everything else is easy. So I'm going through my collection. I'm looking for wolves. This is what I have for wolves. It's pretty pathetic. So I've got adaptive automaton. So robot wolf comes into play. I say wolf, and he's no wolf, and my other wolves get +1 +1. I don't like it because he's not natively a wolf. Okay, there's wolf. Inara, Wolfid Familiar. 4/4/4/4, pretty good. As long as it's my turn, commanders I control have indestructibles. I would only control 1 commander. So there we go, there's a wolf. Shit, that's not really a wolf. It's got changeling, so it counts as a wolf, but not really a wolf. 4/4/4/4, protection for black. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. And I spend 4. He doubles his power and toughness, where X is his power. And then if I spend another 4, he doubles it again. So he can get really big, really fast, but he doesn't have trample. And the only thing I have in here that gives trample is Nally, God of the Hunt. He's never lived. Hey, there's a wolf. Okay. So I've got Lone Wolf. And you can tell I got this for the art, because it's old. It's from Portal. If he attacks and not blocked, I can choose to have him deal his damage to the defending player instead of to blocking creatures. At least he's a wolf. Realm Walker. Yeah, again, not really a wolf. Changeling. Comes to play, choose a creature type. So I would probably say elf. And I can look at the top card of my library anytime, and I may cast creature spells of the chosen type from the top of my library. So he would be a wolf elf, and I can cast elves off the top of my library. That would be the most logical thing to do, but he's not a wolf. Alright, there's a wolf. I wonder how many of you have never seen this card before. Thunderwolves. 1 white for a 1/1 first strike. I had this for the art because it's Quentin Hoover. Original Legends. So it's old, 1994. But it's a wolf. Witchstalker. I pulled this out of my Tower of Trash. My Trash Tower alternate way of playing. Because I was getting desperate to find other wolves. And I thought that maybe I had some wolves in there, and I had 1. I had a Witchstalker. wolves have not been really supported for a long time outside of Innistrad. They've just been randomly here or there. So 3 for a 3/3 hexproof. That's not too bad. Whenever an opponent casts a blue or black spell during my turn, he gets bigger. Okay, that's pretty good. So I had 7 wolves to put into a deck that wants wolves. And 3 of them are not satisfactory wolves. So what I did is I broke my stricture about not buying any cards for the deck, and I bought Narlan's Wolf. So 4 for 3/2, cannot be blocked by creatures power 2 or less. I bought a Bounding Wolf. 3 for 3/2, flashy Reacher. 2 for 2/2. As long as you control another wolf or wolf, he gets +1/+0 and trample. He becomes a 3/2 trampler. Pestilent Wolf. 1 for a 2/2, and if I spend 3, I can give him Death Touch until end of turn. Runebound Wolf. 2 for a 2/2. If I spend 4, tap him, deals damage equal number of wolves or werewolves I control to target opponent. So that's pretty good. That can be interesting. But I need more wolves in play. Sacred Wolf. 3 for 3/1 hexproof, and he's just cool looking. Sporeback Wolf. 2 for a 2/2, and if it's my turn, he's a 2/4. That's kind of interesting, and the art is nice, pretty. Wandering Wolf. 2 for a 2/1, creature's power less than his, cannot block him. And this big boy. 5 for a 4/4 Wolf Warrior. Soulbond. So if I have Voja in play, I drop the Wolf here, Silverheart. He can be an 8/8, and Voja can be a 9/9. So those are the extra wolves I bought for the deck. The trick is I have to figure out what to take out for them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now if I take out the 3 unsatisfactory wolves, even though Realm Walker would be kind of neat in the deck, maybe I do want to keep him, but if I take these 3 out, so that soaks up 3 of these. And I still have 6 slots that I have to figure out how to fill. 6 slots of things that I take out. So first off, we'll take out Glimpse of Nature. I don't think I'm going to need it, so we'll take out Glimpse of Nature. Take out Hymn of Rebirth. As cool as it is, it's not really what the deck wants to do. I don't typically care about my opponent's creatures. Rarely, because they're playing so many tribal decks, rarely do they have anything that works outside of the tribe that they're playing. So if I get some Tyrannid that needs other Tyrannids to work, okay, and what? Or if I get some Eldrazi and I have some random Eldrazi, alright, I'm still going to get overrun. So let's take out Hymn of Rebirth. What else should we take out? Maybe Clan Defiance, but I do need some Pinpoint Destruction. Maybe I should take out one of these. So if I take out Red Elemental Blast and leave in Pyroblast, maybe that'll work. Vivian and Freelise do good work. Sun Titan. Things are going to die and he brings them back, so I don't really want to get rid of him. Let's see, are there any elves? That would be the most logical place to look, wouldn't it? Sylvan Ranger, so I need to take out 3 more cards. And they all slip out of my hands because the sleeves are new. So let's take the lands, set them aside so I have less to work with. As much as I like the art and looking at it, Heritage Druid really won't need the 3 green, I think, so I'll take her out. That's 4. So I still need to pull 2 more cards. I might be able to get away with pulling a land. I'm at 37 lands, but not sure. Let's see, scroll rack. Yeah, let's pull the scroll rack. Voja. So that's 5. I need to cut 1 more card. I'll probably end up cutting another card to put the Realm Walker back, but I'll see. So what else should I drop? What else is not really going to help me that much? Do I care about 2 ways of giving my creatures haste? Do I care about how this doesn't work with Eladamri? Do I want to replace this with a heroic intervention? But I've been overusing those lately, so I kind of don't want to. What if I took out Eladamri? But then, against some decks, because they can just ping, where'd he go? They can just ping Eladamri. So Cube's pinger deck, he can just zap him, and it takes him away. But I can I can regenerate him. He's kind of weird in this deck because he causes as many problems as he solves. Huh. He does cause as many problems as he solves, doesn't he? But he's still pretty good. So what if I take out the Crossroads and only have the fires? What if I do that? Let's try that. Alright. So I take those out, I'll put the wolves in, and see if it works. And I plan to take them tonight, so tonight's pub video should show Voja. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you think I should have taken out other things in order to put these wolves in. And let me know if you think I chose the wrong wolves, if I should have chosen any different ones. I mean, I could have put Watch Wolf, but Watch Wolf has no abilities, and he requires 2 colored mana. One of the reasons I chose the wolves that I did is, short of Wolfear Silverheart, they all require only 1 color pip in Witchstalker, but he was in there already. He doesn't count. So, let's talk.